Hello and welcome back. Susan Zummo here, intuitive and originator of soul patterning harmonics. December is halfway gone, and we have very little time left in the rest of this year to accomplish our goals for this year. And while I was asking about that this morning, something different came in rather than goal-oriented questions and advice. I felt extremely emotional. And I noticed that I've been very emotional lately. I'm not one who normally will tear up over silly things. And by silly things, I mean, a phrase, a card, a thought, a commercial, which always makes me laugh when I find myself doing that, because it's not about what I'm seeing or hearing. It's about the emotion that it's invoking in me or evoking in me. And so I asked about that this morning. Why am I so emotional? I've got all these things I want to accomplish before the end of the year, and yet my emotions are coming up and they need to be looked at and addressed. And I have a feeling that this is happening for a lot of you as well. So I asked about all those emotions and, is it just this time of the year, etc. And I heard very clearly that the emotions are connected to old beliefs, old thought patterns, and all of the things that I have been looking to release have emotions attached to them. And while I do not always need to know what those emotions are attached to, I do need to give them the opportunity to express themselves and to be released. And so, as I have felt emotion coming up, maybe giggling inappropriately at times or tearing up at times, I've decided that it is going to be important for me and for you also to step back and allow it to happen. Now, I'm usually not one to stuff my emotions down, but sometimes these kind of catch me off guard and I'm like, that's silly. Why are you tearing up about that? It's not really sad or funny, right? Why are you laughing? It's not really funny. These are mechanisms for us, for our emotions and for our physical bodies to release what we have been holding on to. And so I just want to say, go ahead and enjoy it, let it happen, and kind of, step back and understand what is actually taking place when these things occur. I was told that we have so many new frequencies coming in, that the energetics coming in at this time are starting to accelerate and accumulate. They are building one upon the other. And so as they are hitting our energetic systems, right, our auric fields, our electrical fields, that they are also hitting our endocrine systems. And if you're not familiar with what your endocrine system does and how it functions spiritually, I would suggest looking into that and doing your own research in that. What I will say is that a lot of non-physical information and systems within us run along our endocrine system. And so emotion can be found in the endocrine system. And as those emotions are running through our bodies and our different systems, and the energy is coming in and hitting those systems, you can see that this is a perfect recipe for cleansing and for calling upon us to move energy, move emotion, move things through the body and out of our systems. So they said, it's time to flush your systems. If you can, do it. If you're in a place and in a position where you can flush your endocrine system, do that. I saw images of walking, right? Marching in place, kind of marching, walking outside. gentle bouncing. Some people like to use rebounders. Some people just like to kind of, just bounce in place without lifting the feet off the floor. Just gentle pumping of the endocrine system. Now, some of us can also go ahead and milk the endocrine system glands with our hands. There's lots of massage out there. But the key word I heard was gentle, to be gentle. Nothing extreme, nothing acute at this time, but to be gentle with ourselves. The other piece of advice I was given was to get outside and breathe. Breathe with the intent to release. So if you can get into some clean, clear, fresh air, wherever you may find that, or as much as you can find, inhale with the intent of bringing in clear, clean energy, and exhaling with the intent to release any old emotions, negatives, fears, whatever, out of your system. So even if you can do this as you're outside walking, or just step outside for a minute, and breathe in and breathe out. If you are unable to get outside based on the weather or where you are in the world, or if you want to, they said you can get in the tub. Get in the tub and breathe in and out into the tub with intention to release. Release through the breath what you intend to let go of into the water. You can do it taking a bath or taking a shower. And as the water goes down the drain, it will carry those released emotions, negativities, and energetics that you are consciously releasing down into the earth with that water. So lots of different ways to flush. You can do it physically, energetically, symbolically, but a good time to flush, right? To clear things out. Now, I did ask about this time of the year because in the States and in many places, we're celebrating Christmas very soon. And this is a time where we find the opportunity for us to really open our hearts, to really connect with universal love, to really share our loving intentions with the world and those around us. So if you're a person like me who really feels this season spiritually and emotionally and energetically, right, this is a time to open the heart even more. And as you feel and are experiencing your heart opening more than ever, this is a time for us to remind ourselves of inflow and outflow. These were the words I heard, inflow and outflow. So what does that mean? Well, I heard send love notes. You can write them and give them. You can write them and mail them. You can write them and email them as well, right? And let people know that you love them, right? Let people know that there is love in the world. This is a time of the year where people will send love notes or notes of gratitude, right? Not I love you, but the love that comes from the heart of spirit, right? Soul love, source love. The other love notes are okay too. They're going to get that from you anyway. This is an opportunity for us to open our hearts and share our love with the world. So what does that mean? That means that you can send love notes to, veterans, to those in active service, to those in shelters. You can drop a love note into someone's hand as you walk by them during the day, right? You can also intentionally send love notes by blessing someone every day. And what they said to me was just once a day, maybe twice a day in the morning or the evening, if you feel drawn to do that, send a blessing to someone. Just make a statement out into your room. You can write it down if you want, and it can be as simple as I wish for my friend so-and-so to have a wonderful day. I wish for so-and-so to be blessed in every way possible. I pray that Mary will have exactly what she needs to be successful. I pray for John to be happy in his new position. Whatever it is, it doesn't have to be monumental, but it does need to be a blessing for someone. So it can be a wish for them, it can be a prayer for them, it can be a blessing, right? I want to bless so-and-so with the positive intentions that they receive everything that their heart desires. You can word it however you want in a way that has meaning for you. Then they said, now you have to bless yourself. You have to send a love note to yourself. And so after you're done blessing someone else, even if it's someone you don't know, now you can pray for yourself. You can wish something wonderful for yourself, right? And so you can pray, today I pray that I have the strength to accomplish all the tasks that I've set before me with joy. However it is you want to pray for yourself or bless yourself. But in the remaining weeks of this year, they said, is a wonderful time to establish a new habit. And that new habit is to bless someone, send a love note to someone at least once a day, and then for yourself. So if you want to do it in the morning, that's great. If you want to do it in the midday, that's great. If you'd like to do that in the evening, that's great. I would say set a little alarm on your phone to remind yourself to step back for a moment. It doesn't have to take more than 30 seconds to do this for yourself and for someone else. They said that if we will establish this habit now, as we move through the end of the year, it will carry us forward into the new year, and it will continue to expand in ways that we can't imagine yet. And so I thought that was very good advice, and I thought that I would start doing that myself. And you know, at the end of each video that I do, I always wish for you to have many blessings, because that, I think, is the best thing that we can ever hold for others. And that's how I feel about it. I don't know what works for you. I'm just putting these things out there as a way to inspire you, not as a directive, but as a way to inspire you. Maybe you'll come up with something even better than what I heard and what I was given. These are things that I know that will apply to me and work for me. I feel that if you're watching this, you're probably in the same basic place that I am, or striving to get to a place where we all want to go. And so that's why I share these with you. In this season of loving and giving and appreciation for all that we have, in the time of opening our hearts and sharing our love and our spirit with everyone, this is the time for us to think about love notes while we're releasing, to inflow, accept all of the wonderful things that we have in our lives, consciously, to intentionally bless others and then bless ourselves, because we have the power to do that. And we can make this season more magical than we ever thought it could be. And so as we conclude today's message, you know that I am going to pray for and wish for each and every one of you to be blessed with something absolutely fantastic in the coming week. And until next time, yes, many, many blessings for you.